Hello children, good morning to all of you. So here we are now in the 8th chapter. It is plateaus, coastal plains and islands. So here we are going to learn about the next 3 physical features. So we know there are 6 main physical features of India. They are northern mountains, northern plains, the great Indian desert, the Peninsular Plateau, the coastal plains and the islands. So we have covered northern mountains, northern plains and the great Indian desert, and here in this chapter we are going to see in detail about the Peninsular Plateau, the coastal plains and the islands. So I have marked it as part 4. I'm just continuing the chapter, okay? So get ready with your content book, page number 72 with the sharpened pencil. Along with that, you need to take your rough note or else your social homework note. It is Peninsular Plateau. How is Peninsular Plateau, children? Where is it? So here in this slide, they have marked it in dark brown color and somewhat in deep yellow color. Can you see that? Yes. So it is in triangular shape where it is broad in the north and as it comes down to the south it is narrow. Can you see that? Yes. In next picture only the Peninsular Plateau is highlighted, so you can see it in clear view. So the entire orange color, it is the Plateau region. So the entire orange color is the Plateau region. So how is it? It is broad in the north. Yes or no, children? So once it comes down to the south, it narrows. So the Peninsular Plateau is in triangular in shape. So this Peninsular Plateau, so because of this, India, we call our country as Peninsular India. So what does this mean? India is the only country in the whole world where it is surrounded by water on 3 sides. To the south we have Indian Ocean. To the east we have Bay of Bengal. And to the west we have Arabian Sea. So where a country, if it is surrounded by water on 3 sides, we call it as peninsula. Okay? So India is called as Peninsular India as it is surrounded by water on 3 sides. So it is not in your content book. I'm just giving you an extra information. Okay? So now let's see about Peninsular Plateau. This Peninsular Plateau is divided into 2 big parts, okay, or 2 big regions. Let us say it as 2 big parts. What divides it as 2 big parts? The river which passes. So here they have shown a gap, right, in between where it is written as Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The in between part, the river Narmata, it flows. Okay, so this river Narmata, it divides the entire plateau into 2 parts, 2 big or 2 vast parts as Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau. To the north of it, the region to the north of it, it is the Central Highlands, and to the south of the Narmata River lies the Deccan Plateau. Central Highlands is further divided into 2 plateaus. You can say it as divided, or Central Highlands, it consists or it contains 2 plateaus. They are Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Spell this, children. Malwa. M-A-L-W-A. Malwa Plateau. P-L-A-T-E-A-U. Malwa Plateau. And the next one, It is Chota Nagpur Plateau. CHHOTA. Chota Nagpur. NAGPUR. Nagpur Plateau. 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 So Central Highlands, it contains two plateaus. They are Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur can also be written as CHOTA. So when you are reading your content in the textbook, you can see that Chota Nagpur, it can also be written as CHHOTA. That means double H, and or else CHOTA. You can also write it as single H. So both the spellings are correct. Okay, children. So this is very important. The Peninsular Plateau, it is divided into two plateaus. They are the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands consists of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. So where is Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau located in the Central Highlands? It is here. Can you see this, children? I have shown you with the marking. I have circled it. Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. I have circled and shown. Just pause the video, zoom and see where Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau is presented. Okay. So, what is special about Malwa Plateau? Malwa Plateau, in this region, it contains fine black soil. So can you see the soil here? It is in black color, and this soil is very much helpful for the growth of cotton and oil seeds. So Malwa Plateau is rich in black soil, and black soil is good for the cultivation of cotton and oil seeds. So we use cotton for various purposes, right? So for clothing and etc. And similarly oil seeds, we use oil in our day-to-day life for preparing dosa or for frying whatever the food which you eat. So it is produced, the maximum cultivation is produced in this region. And Chota Nagpur Plateau, it is also rich in minerals such as coal, iron ore, mica and manganese. So these are the minerals. So what is coal? I have shown you in the picture. Coal is used for fireworks. For example, a steam engine. It works with the help of coal where they burn the fire. Okay. So some process is there for running the steam engine. So coal is mainly used for fireworks. And iron ore, mica, manganese, these are the minerals where we get iron from iron ore. Steel is produced. Mica is used for furniture, making furniture. And we use steel in building, in construction purposes. We use steel in building houses or factories or whatever may be. So these are the minerals which is rich, which is presented in more quantity, okay, in Chota Nagpur Plateau. And next, so here as I already said you, the river Narmata, it divides the plateau region into Central Highlands, the Peninsular Plateau into Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau, right? So here is the river Narmata, it flows. And this river Narmata and the river which is down to it, that is Tapi, they rise in the Central Highlands. It originates from the Central Highlands and flows westwards. Westwards is towards the right side, okay? and it flows into the Arabian Sea. So you know where is Arabian Sea, right? It flows westwards and they got merged in the Arabian Sea. And next, let us move to the Deccan Plateau. First, we saw about the Central Highlands. Central Highlands consists of two plateaus, that is Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. And we saw, so what is special about Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. So now let's move to the Deccan Plateau. So Deccan Plateau, can you see it in the image? Which is down to from the Central Highlands. So the Deccan Plateau is bounded by the Western Ghats in the west and the Eastern Ghats in the east. What do you mean by bounded by? That means surrounded by. So can you see in this image, children? Towards the west is the Western Ghats. There are two pictures. I have attached two images. The first one, the Western Ghats. Okay, it is shown in like pencil diagram. So in the next second image, it is highlighted using brown color. So what is Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats? They are the hills or the mountains that is presented on the west side. We call it as the Western Ghats, and the mountains and the hills that is presented in the eastern side, we call it as the Eastern Ghats. Okay, so that is what the Deccan Plateau is bounded. Can you see in this image? So it is the Deccan Plateau, and here it is the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Bounded means it is surrounded by the Western Ghats in the west and the Eastern Ghats in the east. So here in the Deccan Plateau, they have the important rivers such as Mahanadi River, Godavari River, Krishna River and Kaveri River. So here again you need to pause the video and see where are the rivers. Just locate it, okay? So the important rivers in this region are Mahanadi River, Godavari River, Krishna River and Kaveri River. These are the rivers in the Western Ghats, okay? They flow eastwards and they flow eastwards in the Deccan Plateau and they join into the Bay of Bengal. So the rivers Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, they starts from the Western Ghats. They originate from the Western Ghats and they flow eastwards across the Deccan Plateau. That means they are flowing towards the eastwards in the Deccan Plateau and they got merged in the Bay of Bengal. Whereas the river Narmata and Tapi, they flow westwards and they get into the Arabian Sea. Whereas these rivers Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri and Godavari, they flow towards the eastwards in the Deccan Plateau and they join inside the Bay of Bengal. So we have so many rivers, right? So we need to stop the flow of the river. Yes, right? So what will we do? We have to construct the dams. We have to save water for future use. At the time of scarcity, we need water, right? We should not waste water. We have to conserve water. So how can we conserve water and for large quantity and for so many people? So we have to give water for large population, right? So in that case, water is stored and conserved in dams. So people construct dams. So I have attached the pictures of few dams in southern side. So here in the dams, if we are saving the water, if they are holding the water, so with the help of the water, they produce hydroelectricity. That means they produce electricity, they produce power from water. So some process is there, okay? So let us learn in future classes about how the process and all is done. So as of now, let us know only like they are storing the water for future use, and as the water is stored in the dams, they produce power, that is electricity from it, okay? So they produce hydroelectricity, and these water, it is also used for irrigation purposes during at the times of scarcity or at the times of dry season. What do you mean by dry season? So when we don't get rain, we need food, right? So for producing food or cultivating food, we need water. So we can take water from the dams and we can use it for cultivation purposes. And what do you mean by irrigation, children? I have said you in past classes. So irrigation is watering the plants. Watering the plants is called as irrigation. So by storing the water in the dams, we can use for producing electricity, and it is used for various purposes for the people, and it is used for irrigation. And next, as the Peninsular Plateau, it is not a flat region. It is not a flat place like the northern plains, okay? As it is uneven and rocky place, this Peninsular Plateau, it led to the formation of many waterfalls. So have anybody visited Kutralam? Kutralam is a waterfalls, right? So as like Kutralam, we have one more waterfalls. It is called as Jog Falls. It is presented in the state of Karnataka, where it is the highest waterfalls in India. Jog Falls, it is the highest waterfalls in India. It is presented in the state Karnataka. So how this is formed, children? So this Peninsular Plateau is not the flat region. It is not a flat place, okay? Unlike like the northern plains, it is a uneven land. So as this place is uneven and rocky, it helps in the formation of waterfalls, where one such waterfall is Jog Falls, which is presented in the state of Karnataka, and it is said to be the highest waterfall in India. So children, it is all about the Peninsular Plateau. I'm just summing up. So Peninsular Plateau, it is located in the southern side. It is triangular in shape, where it is broad in the north, and as it comes down, it is narrow. And this Peninsular Plateau is divided into the Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau, where the river Narmata, it divides into two as Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau. Central Highlands, it consists of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. And here the Deccan Plateau is bounded, that is surrounded by the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. So next, you need to, after watching the video, read the content in the page number 72 and 73. Kindly underline the hard words. Write it twice in your homework note. Complete the worksheet also, children, and let us meet in tomorrow's video. Thank you, class.